Hey folks, welcome back inside the training bay. Coach Ryan Roblard here with another breakdown of a protocol around our brand new Forceboard Pro product. SuperSpeed Golf is very excited about the launch of this product, and we believe that all of our golfers can help increase their clubhead speed or build more clubhead speed in their golf swing from the ground up. So that's why I've got the Forceboard Pro here, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The drill we're going to break down today includes the Forceboard Pro and is part of our new SuperSpeed Golf protocols, which has been launched our new SuperSpeed Golf app. So we've got a new app, we've got a new product. Let's get swinging a little bit faster. This drill is part of our ground force timing protocol. We have it broken down, our protocols, in a couple different areas, talking about lateral force, talking about torque, talking about timing, talking about vertical forces. These are all huge components to helping us increase our clubhead speed, and we think all of them have or deserve their own little spot where we have dedicated protocols. So this is part of our ground force timing protocol, and this drill is going to be called trail foot step backs. Now before we start, I'm going to talk about the attachments that we have here on the Forceboard Pro. So what I have is I have the two green rounds down the middle of the board. So what this does is we basically created a balance board, which can allow us to really feel as we move weight from side to side. You can also use the gray rounds as well, but I think for most of you, you're going to want the green rounds to start because the gray rounds just make the surface even more unstable, and I think is going to be a little bit more challenging. We'll call this the beginner level, and then the gray rounds will be more of the intermediate level. And then what I've done here with these yellow pegs is this is just a visual for me on where my feet are going to be. So when I get on the board, I take my normal stance, and then what I did was I just put the yellow pegs where each of my big toes are going to be, which is going to help a lot for the step back drill. So the way the step back drill is going to work is I'm going to set up in my normal golf stance. I've got my pegs down here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my trail foot next to my lead foot, and as soon as I make my backswing, I'm going to take that step, I'm going to feel the board move over to the trail side, and then as I make my downswing, I'm then going to feel the board also move back to my lead side. So why do we want to do this? In the golf swing, we have forces that move laterally. And what happens very early in the backswing is we have to make sure that we are generating some lateral force into our trail leg. As we get later in the downswing, if we want to be able to sequence our downswing properly, or we want to maximize the amount of speed that we can produce, we have to make sure that we load the trail leg properly. And that's what we're talking about in this ground force timing protocol. This is the first drill. It's, for some of you, it may seem pretty easy, but it's so important to make sure we understand that we have to get force into that trail leg. But what I'm going to talk about now, most importantly, is the timing of when we do it. A lot of golfers think that as they make their backswing, that they just want to keep loading and loading and loading and loading and loading into their trail side. They think they have all day to move into their trail side, and for a lot of players, that's why they sway. When we talk about lateral force and getting into your trail side, that lateral force is going to peak for a lot of players in the backswing when that club is about, let's say, parallel with the ground or kind of in that P2 position for those of you who use that P system. So it peaks very early because after that lateral force becomes rotational force and ultimately our vertical force as well. So the thing that will be key is that when we bring our feet together, as soon as I start to move that club, I want to establish that right leg on the ground. The thing that will also be very important as well is the spot where it is in your foot. The thing I want to caution is I don't want to see a player that does this drill and they do this where their whole mass has gotten way outside their foot and they start to get on the outside of their foot. You cannot do that. As we do this step back drill, it's going to be so important that as we take that step back that I've got pressure in my trail leg, but it's on the inside of my trail leg. Because now as we start to make our downswing, right, we're going to use the inside of that trail leg to make sure that we now get back over onto my lead side as we make the downswing. You'll notice that the board is flexing. That is totally okay, and to be honest, is one of the features that I really like. I love the flex of this board because it gives you some feedback as you move. in both directions. So here's what the drill is going to look like at full speed. I'm going to go ahead and set up. I've got my big toes in line with my yellow there. I bring my trail foot back. As soon as I start my backswing, I take my step, and then I come through and I finish my swing. Okay, so I'll do a few here for you. So trail foot goes back, and then I go through. I'll do one more here for you. So I go ahead and set up, trail foot comes over. As soon as the club moves, I take my step, and then I make my swing. I'm not consciously thinking about the lead side. I'm not consciously thinking about what happens in the downswing. We're going to talk about that as we get into different protocols. But for this first drill, it's so important to make sure that the backswing part, the very start of the backswing, is happening at the right time. And that's why we have this drill. So first drill of our protocol here, we have trail leg, step back. We're understanding how to move our feet specifically in the lateral direction here. And we're talking about loading that right foot. I love the feedback that we get on the Force-Board Pro, and I think for a lot of players, getting you on this board, and when we start to move the attachments around and start to get you to move in different directions, we think it's going to give you fantastic feedback and ultimately help you make better golf swings. So this has been a breakdown on our Force-Board Pro drill, trail foot step backs. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. Don't be afraid to like this video and to hit that bell so when we drop the next video on another drill with the Force-Board Pro, that you're the first one to get it. Thanks again for watching, folks, and have a great day.